The Thunder have a Spurs problem. The Spurs' combination of size and speed in their backcourt puts a lot of pressure on the Thunder's point of attack defense, which is historically elite. When you look back at the Spurs, it's the size of Castle and Harper that puts a lot of stress on the Thunder's point of attack defense, but also the speed of Fox makes it where you can't put Lou Dort on him, and you have to count on Casey Wallace to slow him down, which puts a lot of pressure on Casey Wallace, although he is an all defensive caliber player. The combination of athleticism with the size from Castle, where you maybe want to scale up by putting J Dub on him, but his speed and burst might be a problem for the Thunder. But an even bigger issue is the Thunder have this game plan where they are relying on putting J Dub or Caruso on Wemby, so that takes away those options. So it gives the Thunder a lot of problems and fits right now. And the biggest thing is, not only are the Spurs good enough to beat the Thunder's point of attack defenders, but the lack of turnovers highlights the Thunder's half-court offensive deficiencies. So the Spurs neutralizes two of the Thunder's biggest strengths, which are their point of attack defense on the perimeter and their ability to force turnovers, which ultimately highlights one of the biggest weaknesses currently, which is their half-court offense. And because the Thunder can't get out in transition, they are now, forced to be playing more in the half court in comparison where the Spurs are scoring for all three levels at an easier rate. And you add in the fact that the Thunder's streaky three-point shooting, the Spurs are really forcing the Thunder to be a jump shooting team because they have no consistency with proven three-point shooters, which makes it easy for the Spurs to funnel shots to players who they want to get the ball to. And they are dependent. They will live with the results of, Lou Dort, Alex Caruso, Casey Wallace corner threes. So, who does this remind you of? Just think about it for a second. Oh yeah, that's right. The Thunder. The Spurs are utilizing the same concepts that the Thunder does to teams. The Thunder are getting a taste of their own medicine in terms of stylistic approaches. Think about what the Spurs are doing right now. They have multiple ball handlers. They don't turn the ball over. They get in control of the paint. And they funnel shots to players they want you to have the ball in their hands, which are all key concepts for the Thunder. It's the same philosophy that the Spurs are doing against the Thunder because the Spurs believes that SGA is the only true threat, which results in them packing the paint and making Shea play in a heavy crowd, forcing him into even more difficult shots. He's already a difficult shot taker, but making him even more, taking more difficult shots. This is a blueprint only for the Spurs and not for all other teams. The reason why I say that is because the Spurs have players who can match up against Shea at the point of attack, but they have the most lethal paint protector in the league right now in Wemby. And other teams can't replicate this concept because the Spurs can consistently do this because of their personnel. Also, the Spurs have had different players step up, to beat OKC 3 straight times. And the Spurs has shown that on any given night, someone is set to deliver, which is not the case for the Thunder right now, with the inconsistencies from J-Dub coming off his wrist injury and the offensive inconsistencies from Chet. So it's not guaranteed that someone is going to step up right now because the Thunder have two inconsistent co-stars and they are a streaky three-point shooting team. And ultimately, right now, there is no consistency outside of Shea. So Thunder got a lot of work to do.